Hello and welcome everybody. Today we're talking about Ballys, which when you look at this ceramic chip, it says Paris, Las Vegas, Nevada, Ballys. So this is the resort that's right next to Paris, across from the Bellagio, famous for the show Jubilee. In the West Coast, when you think of showgirls, you think of Jubilee. I know, back at East, people talk about the Rockettes, but come on, Jubilee was for decades the iconic show that everybody had to see. They had, different varieties of the show, and you could pick what you wanted. It was really interesting and really put Bally's in Vegas on the map. So before we dive too much into this particular chip, let's play a hand of poker. Why not? Why would we not do that? So we have some Copag cards here. This is one that's been sitting here forever. Poker Chip Forum, I'm on here. You can say hi to me if you want. Great supporters of the channel. And look, I just got cut cards everywhere here. So we are going to shuffle. If you're watching at home, grab your deck, shuffle up, and deal yourself 2 cards, because we're going to play some Texas Hold'em. We're not really going to play because we're on YouTube, for Pete's sake, but you know what I mean. I should have shuffled again. People always ask, so I'm going to tell you. I call this, people give it different names, but I call that the weave shuffle, where they just kind of flick together like this. This is why plastic cards are so nice, because for me, that's how I like to shuffle. All right, so we put the cut card on the bottom so nobody over here, when they're sitting over here, can spy on it. We start left and we go around to the right. In this case, we're going to deal to Jane Doe and myself. Just heads up. Like I said, we're not playing for anything at all. Just this Bally's chip right here. No, we're not even playing for that. All right. So burn a card and then let's flop. We have a juicy flop. A not so juicy turn. Remember, there are no betting cycles, so I'm just going to run through this board here. I have exactly, please don't have anything good, Jane. She always beats me, and it's really aggravating because it's always in front of everybody. Ha! It's okay, I'm a good winner. Don't worry, Jane Doe. Quick, I need to put this away before somebody finds out that she really won. No, I didn't see anything there. Did you? Copag cards, plastic, 100% plastic, PVC. They kind of smell. Just be advised. So I'm going to zoom in a little bit, and we'll talk about this lovely chip. So for a long time, Las Vegas was using kind of Paulson style chips, compression molded clay. And so finally we moved to a ceramic chip. And why would you move to a ceramic chip? For these large images. And this is a lovely example of that. So you can see Bally's Las Vegas. We have a Jubilee dancer, a showgirl, Paris, $1. This is, in my opinion, one of the most iconic Bally's chips out there, because this was when Vegas was using ceramic chips. You can see Paris, you can see the Eiffel Tower right there, Las Vegas, Bally's. Let's compare it to some others, just by way of comparison. Let me see what else I have here. So, ceramics are very different from, here's a Mirage, an original Mirage $5 chip. Very different from the traditional Paulson compression molded clay chips. These are molded, so you can see it actually says the Mirage indented into the chip, molded into the chip around the edge, where this doesn't have that. This is just printed on there, and you can print these huge graphics on here, which is really appealing. And of course, as Paulson was competing with the ceramic chips, they moved to larger inlays, and they realized that not only can they do larger inlays, they can put graphics. Here's No Doubt, Gwen Stefani, on their Hard Rock. Bought out the Mirage. Speaking of the Mirage and Hard Rock, all this Bally's is being changed to the Horseshoe. I mean, there's so much going on in Vegas at the making of this video. In the future, people will be like, what do you mean Bally's? It's always been the Horseshoe. Yeah, all right, well, I don't know what the future brings. And so you can see they go from a small printed inlay here. Ceramics came out, and all of a sudden they were like, ooh, we need to come out with some bigger inlays. So obviously 2002 isn't the most modern, or even the first ceramic out on the strip, but clearly it makes a difference. So 2002, Hard Rock, you can see competing with imagery. Some people don't like these. Like on pokerchipforum.com, when I go and I read about people's preferences, some people don't like the large inlays. I don't mind them because the graphics. Put No Doubt on there. Put Shania Twain on there. I'm fine with it. Yeah, the old ones are cool, and I like them too. But I don't see anything wrong with the larger inlays. Either way, ceramics don't have an inlay. It's just printed straight on the chip. Really hard, really durable. And we're not going to bust this out of the case. I put these in cases because there are certain chips that I have that just always are friend and family favorites. They always want to look at my chips, and I don't want them picking them out of the case. I can't tell you how many times I let somebody look at my chips in these little capsules, and they like try to pop them out because they want to feel the chip. It's like, nope, taped. And they have when they're encapsulated like this, they don't try that. They're like, no, I've never seen anybody pick at this sticker like, oh, I want to get into this. They just look at it and enjoy it. They're like, cool, nice chip. And we can move on and do something interesting. As usual, huge shout out to my patrons. Thank you so much for your support. Thank you to Poker Chip Forum. They've been a long time supporter. And it's just a website that I really like and I turn to all the time for information about poker chips and poker related things and just fun discussions. If you want to support this channel, you can support us on Patreon. I offer general support. I post a few behind the scenes pictures, updates, a few times a month. You can also support us by visiting my Amazon shop. I am an Amazon associate. I make proceeds from qualifying purchases. Thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe.